Hello again. In this training we will talk about product templates, also known as attribute sets in earlier Magento versions. But before we start this training, I assume that you are all aware of what an attribute is. If you don't know what it is, please look at this video tutorial first or read the documentation here before you continue with product templates. So, why do we need to have different product templates? Well, if we take these two products as examples, here we have a tent and here we have this sleeping bag. As we can see here, we have different attributes for these different product types. So a product template or an attribute set is simply a collection of attributes when you are creating your products. For example, when we are creating a tent, we want to have attributes such as seasons, or if we have a mosquito net, or number of persons that can fit in this tent, or what type of pegs or poles are included. But for a tent, we might want to present other types of attributes, another collection of attributes. For example, it's more interesting in knowing the type of filling or the fill power or the different temperature limits that you can survive in this sleeping bag, or what's the max length of the person that can sleep in this sleeping bag. So therefore we want to have different product templates, because when we go to products catalog to create a new product, we can then switch here to another or to the corresponding product template that suits this product the best. So right now we're going to create our product templates, and then we will see that when we change the template here, we will have different fields available to us that we can enter the information. So when we are creating our tent, we will only see those attribute fields in this page that are relevant to tents, and we will not see the attributes for the sleeping bag. So let's quickly go to Stores, Attributes, Product Template. And right now we only see that we have one attribute set or one product template called Default. Let's now create a new product template. And let's use a name here. And I will use, for example, tents. And I will base this on the default product template that we have available. And this is now saved. I'm actually going to go back now and create my second or my third attribute, my third product template. And that was for sleeping bags. And I will also base this on the default product template. Alright, so the next step is now to create the groups that we want to have, and the groups are simply the tabs that you have available in the left column when you are editing a product. So all of these groups that we have here, all of these left columns tabs, they correspond to these folders that we have here. And what we have to do now is to drag the unassigned attributes that we have created in the previous tutorial and drag them from the right to the left column, to one of these groups. And usually what I used to do is that I like to create my own group that have these specific attributes. So let's create, for example, sleeping bags attributes, if I can spell it. So just double click to change the name of the group, like this. And then we can drag this group maybe higher after the product details. And then we can start dragging the unassigned attributes. For example, I want to have extreme temperature, I want to have limit temperature, and we want to have max user length and so on. I will actually go back to the tense product template, and I will create another group here as well. So this will be tenth attributes, and I will put it a little bit higher. You can have it wherever you want, and here we are going to drag other attributes, for example pegs, poles, and I actually have a list. Here we have mosquito net and number of persons. I'm going to pause this recording now, and then I'm going to quickly take a look at my notes, and I will finish these templates so that you don't have to see when I drag all of the attributes. So stay tuned, and I'll be back soon. Alright, so as we can see here, we now have all of our 10 attributes in this group. But we also have a couple of general attributes in the product details group. And the reason for this is because we have the same attributes, these 4 attributes, when we are creating a sleeping bag as well. So as we can see here, we have gender, concept, we have materials, outer material, and we have the same attributes here as well. So what I have done now is that these 4 attributes that we have under product details, we also have these attributes in the product details group in the sleeping bag product template, and we also have them in the default template, because let's say that I would want to create another product template, I would then also want to have those 4 attributes included. If we go to sleeping bags, we see here that we have this other group with all of these attributes included. So if I now go to products, catalog, and I want to create a new product or edit an existing product, we can now see here that in the default product template, we have our regular attributes here in order, and then we have these 4 new attributes that we have added. If I would change the template to, for example, sleeping bags, then we see that I still have these 4 attributes here in the product details group, but we also have this new sleeping bags attributes group in the left column. And here we see all of these attributes that are available to us. And if I would change this to a tenth, I would then see only these attributes. So I hope that you now see the beauty of product templates, and with this you can now have different types of basically different types of templates when you are creating your products, so that you don't have to edit attributes that are not really necessary for that specific product type that you want to edit. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope that I will see you in a later tutorial. Bye bye!